Ring walk Danny in Las Vegas at the Top Ring Gym here with the current WBO super featherweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson, and soon to be WBC.
Yes, sir.
A week out, man. How you feeling? Camp wrapping up basically now. You know, just talk to us about camp and how you feeling a week out.
I feel good. I'm just focused. I'm actually tired of training. I'm ready to fight.
You seem a little anxious.
Yeah, I'm tired of doing all this bullshit. I'm ready to get in the ring and prove myself and show the world who I am. So I'm just ready to fight, man.
What do you expect out of Oscar Valdez come April 30th? This has been a fight, obviously, that we've been wanting for some years now. You put yourself in position at 126. Now, that didn't happen then, but now here we have it. What do you expect out of him come Saturday night?
I think that he's going to try his hardest. He's going to come in the best shape as possible. I wouldn't expect nothing less from Valdez. He's going to see me at my best. I'm going to see him at his best. The outcome going to be me beating him. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I dominate the fight. But I expect him to come in there and try to rough me up and try to make it a dog fight. He keep telling everybody basically like that he want to fight a technical fight, and Canelo said it's going to be a technical matchup, telling him to be smart. But I think that's a wrong game plan, and if they plan on doing that, I am not a Bercho. I'm not just going to be walking in and giving up free shots. He going to have to earn every shot, and he's going to end up having to push forward.
Absolutely, but I mean, if he does choose to, if he chooses to come forward, though, wouldn't that help you in a way as well, right? Because he'd be exposing himself, taking risks, leaving himself open, and doing so by coming in. Wouldn't that benefit you either way?
Yeah, it would. I mean, it would definitely benefit me just because it'd be a lot easier, but just sitting on the outside with somebody that's taller than you, got the speed advantage, the longer arms, that is not a good fight for him. I think Eddie Reynoso probably is going to have him try to be technical. He's going to try to step to the outside of my left hand, walk into my hook. But like I said, I don't see that being the smart game plan. I think at the round 5, 6, that game plan going to go out the window, and they're going to just come forward and try to make it a dog fight.
You see, earlier this week you had Terrence Bud Crawford in the gym. You guys took a picture. Got some rounds together? Got some rounds in?
Yeah, we got 9 rounds of work.
What was that like, especially, you know, so close to the fight, to be able to get that type of level work? You know, that's elite level, best in the sport type of work.
It was definitely good. Bud, he came in, he pushed me. But I'm used to sparring Bud. Like, when we got in the ring, it kind of felt like it was like where we left off. Like, we was going some more rounds of where we used to go. So at the end of the day, I'm used to sparring Bud. Wasn't nothing really too much different. He was pushing me basically. Like, he was throwing a lot of punches at me, and we was fighting each other. But definitely, I appreciate Bud for coming in and helping me and giving me that work right before I go fight Valdez. But we gotta also understand that Valdez and Bud is 2 different fighters. Bud is a long arm. He's a way better fighter than Valdez, if you ask me.
No, absolutely.
But Valdez is a different style also. Like, he's a style where he's throwing a lot of hooks and stuff like that. Bud, he throw hooks every now and then, but he switches his stuff up. He got straight punches, uppercuts, hooks, everything. So it's 2 different styles. It's just, he came in here to push me. You know, working with Bud is like a mental edge that I get over people.
What is it about sparring with Bud, right? So many rounds you've gotten with him. What is it about Bud specifically that brings something out of you? Like, what is it that he brings out of you that nobody else could bring out of you?
He definitely bring out like the dog in me sometimes. It's like, you gotta understand, it be different things. Like, sometimes like the dog in me come out. Sometimes I'm gonna try to outbox Bud. Like, sometimes it's always like something different. So the main thing really be the mental edge. Like, I know if I go in there and compete with Terrence Crawford, nobody at 130 could really fuck with me. Like, 35, 40, this is a 147 pounder and the best fighter in the world. We talking about, like, if I go in there, I could compete with him at a high level. I don't feel like there's nobody on the planet that could really get in the ring and beat me or do anything with me. And that's why when you hear Bud say, like, I told y'all my little bro gonna be one of the best fighters, and he gonna take over the sport. He believed in me just because of the fact that he got that respect. Whereas we go in the ring and he respects me on that type of level, and I respect him also.
That's a lot for a champion, right? To come out, he has nothing lined up. He doesn't have to give you that work. Came, gave you that work, but then he went to the Bay to give Devin some work. Did you know he was going out there, and like, what'd you think of just him? Not just being able to help you and push you, but be able to do the same with Devin out there in the Bay.
Yeah, he told me he was going down there, but he didn't spar Devin. Like, they didn't spar each other.
Oh, they didn't spar?
They didn't spar each other.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell you why, but I know they ain't spar each other.
Okay. So, do you know if they plan to spar? Because I know this is his second day out there now. Do you know if they did have plans to spar?
I'm not sure. I can't really tell you. You gotta ask them.
No, I hear you.
What they got going. I ain't really.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, but
MGM Grand though, next Saturday champ. How excited are you to headline Vegas, and especially unification fight?
I'm very excited. I'm ready to perform. I can't wait to fight. I'm tired of training. I'm tired of being away from my family. I'm tired of fucking not being able to eat pizza and shit like that. I'm just ready to fight, get the fight over with, beat Valdez, become pound for pound, and get my check and go home happy with my family, man.
Is that the first thing you're eating after the fight? Is some pizza?
Fuck yeah, I want some pizza, some hot wings. Damn, I want a bunch of shit. Turkey leg hut. I'm going to eat. I can't wait. You
feel like you more of that Southern comfort soul food style now that you've been living in Houston for a little while?
Nah, I like all kinds of food. I like seafood. I can't wait to eat some crabs. There's this spot called Gracie's in Houston. It's a good ass restaurant. Can't wait to go there. I got so much I want to eat. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait.
Sam, speaking of eating, I'm curious, right? Everybody has different routines. What is your post-weigh-in meal like? Well, what does that consist of for you, or does it depend fight by fight?
I might get some steak and probably like an omelet right after. That's what I had when I fought Jamel. After that, I don't know what else. I'm gonna eat a lot of. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you usually rehydrate to? The fighting now at 30.
I don't really tell nobody my rehydration weight, but I'm solid.
Okay. This past Saturday, I was fortunate to be able to be in Dallas for the Earl Spence and Yordani Sugas, their unification. I'm sure you saw the fight first. Your thoughts on the fight, and then we'll get to everything else.
I think that Earl Spence looked amazing. Old guys, he's a tough fighter, but stylistically, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Like, I knew Earl was going to pick him apart.
Did you see the picture he posted today?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I felt so bad.
Yeah, that's the life of a fighter, though, man. Much respect to him. Just getting in the ring, you got to respect what he did, and he showed a lot of heart. He didn't even want the fight to be stopped, even though he couldn't see. So you got to respect him. But Earl picked him apart. Earl looked beautiful. Earl looked great. That was a great performance by Earl Spence.
We've had a lot of callers on our show call in and call Earl the orbital bone collector, the eye collector, because that's the second orbital bone he has broke. How do you feel that his power matches up against Terrence's power? Obviously, we just spoke. You've sparred Terrence plenty. We just saw what he was able to do. There was people out there questioning his power. Like, you say it's man down. It ain't been man down in a while. I feel like he answered the naysayers. But how do you feel that his power matches up against Bud?
I can't really tell you how the power matches up against him. I never really sparred Earl Spence before, so I don't really know how strong he actually is. But I know Bud is strong as fuck. Like, I think the last person that went 12 rounds with him was Victor Postal. That was 2016. So, he's stopping all of these guys and getting these guys out of there. So, he's strong as fuck.
And that was also a unification at the MGM Grand. So
yeah, it definitely was.
I was in the building for that. But did you have any, maybe not necessarily doubts, but questions? Like, the reality of it is, it's extremely hard in combat sports to come back from an orbital bone injury like that and come back, successful and as you once were. Did you think Earl was 100% going into the fight, or did he prove it in the fight for you?
I thought he was 100%. I thought Earl, he looked good. I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. Like I said, I just want to see the fight as a fan. As a friend, I would hate to see the fight, but I'm definitely gonna go.
So as the fan who wants to see that fight, does it happen next, and does it happen this year?
Yeah, it happens next. It definitely happens next. I feel like they gotta fight each other. They don't got no choice. Earl, after he fought, he literally was saying out of his mouth that we want to fight Terrence Crawford. So I definitely think that after this fight is gonna happen. I mean, at the end of the year, it's gonna happen for sure. But like I said, as a fan, I want to see the fight. As a friend, I'd rather sit on the side and not even see them fight.
Champ, you're saying the end of the year, Bud last fought in November. Do you think the layoff is an issue at all? I mean, I know we just saw Earl come off 17 months, but...
Nah, it can't be an issue when you always in the gym. Bud Crawford just came in here, sparring me. That was right after he was in Colorado sparring Keyshawn Davis. So he always in the gym. He always working, running, doing all kinds of stuff. So at the end of the day, it's not going to be a problem for him. He do this every day. He's just regular for him.
But I wanted to know, obviously, since you have a relationship with Bud, did you know that, because Earl made it clear that they've already talked before the Ugas fight. So did you know that the fight was already being negotiated?
Nah, I ain't know. I don't know nothing about the negotiations. I don't know anything. I just know it gotta happen. Like I know for boxing, you hear Errol Spence get on the ring and say, I want Bud Crawford next. That's the fight that need to happen. And he posted on Instagram. And it's basically like a call out.
Been good now, right?
Yeah, it's basically like he calling him out. So Bud don't back down from no call outs. Bud is a thoroughbred. Bud is a killer. Like he a killer. He got a killer mindset. You call him out, he want to show you that he gonna beat your ass. So Bud not gonna back down from no call out.
Do you think either of those two stick around long enough at 147 to fight Gerard Ennis?
Nah, not at all. I don't think that they fighting Boots. I think that Boots probably gonna take over like the division after they leave. But as of right now, I don't see neither of them getting in the ring with Boots just because I feel like Boots is not really like a big star yet. Like he don't got no big name, so the numbers probably not gonna be right. And you gotta realize Boots is a hell of a fighter. Like he's a real big fighter where it's like he's hard to deal with. So that is like a big risk, low reward kind of thing. So I don't really see them actually getting in the ring, staying around and getting in the ring with Boots unless Boots like build his brand all the way up. But Boots a bad motherfucker. I think he gonna take over boxing. I think me and him like it's gonna be like top dogs where we taking over the sport. I feel like we was doing it in the amateurs, and I feel like it's gonna history gonna repeat itself where we're gonna take over the pros in the same kind of manner.
So Bud was in Earl's comment section and he was like, I like that energy. I think he's paraphrasing, I think he said like, keep that same energy. I'm gonna beat you and then I'm coming for Charlo, your cheerleader. Do you see Bud actually going to 154 if he can get past Earl? Do you think he'll go straight to Jamel or does he need a one fight at 54 first? And how does that fight play out with him and Jamel Charlo?
I definitely could see him going to 154. People don't know how strong like Bud is. Like I done been in the gym and I done seen him spar dudes like heavyweights, like big fighters, and he knocking them out and hurting them. Dude got like some serious power, and I could see him. Like I said, I done seen him get in the ring with Brian Jennings, and they spar like really get in the ring with like an actual real heavyweight, and they sparring each other. So 154 ain't gonna be. Man, dude.
Brian like 6'2" too.
Man, dude, ain't nobody gonna be a problem for him if he move up to 54. He's strong enough to fight at that weight. I could see him fighting Jamel Charlo, and I'll definitely would love to see that fight.
And you think it's a one and done with Charlo and then he retires because now he's undisputed 3 divisions? Because if he beats Earl, that's the second undisputed. Then if he beats Charlo, if Charlo beats Castaño, obviously that'll be his 3rd undisputed. Do you see him retiring, or is he like a B-hop person because of he's always been in the gym and he lives a clean lifestyle that he can just keep fighting?
Nah, I see him retiring. Definitely could see him hanging the gloves up. He definitely one of them dudes that's gonna go out on his own terms. He's not gonna go out on nobody else's terms. So I could see him hanging the gloves up whenever he's ready. It's a song where Drake said, like, the moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. And I could see Bud being like one of them type of people. When he stopped having fun with it, he'd probably be done.
Well, do appreciate it, and you've looked phenomenal on camera. We've appreciated the time and access you've given us. You know, not that you need it, but we do wish you the best of luck come April 30th, and as long as both men get out safe to their families, right?
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate
For the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.